Pratibha, a wave of anticipation has swept the country. Give us a sense of the atmosphere at the ISRO headquarters this morning.
That's right. Well, in fact, India is inching closer to making history with this scientific mission, Chandrayaan-3. And I'm here with distinguished scientist as well as former senior advisor, Dr Surendra Pal, who has been looking closely at this particular mission and talking about the success of Chandrayaan-3. Well, sir, thank you so much for joining us. The first and foremost question is whether the mission is on schedule. Do we expect the landing to be delayed to August 27th as some of the new reports coming in?
Well, as of now, everything is on schedule. Just now I talked to some friend in the morning who is connected with the Mission Operations Center. Everything is scheduled. Actually, it's in Vikram lander is in fine health. It's taking photographs. So the total process will start somewhere in the evening. Now, ISRO will take a decision before 2 hours before that, looking into all the aspects, of the sensors, about the propulsion, and there will be a closed loop monitoring will be there inside, and there will be a self check. After that, a go ahead will be given. A final command will be given. Later on, around something like that, 5:30 or 5:37. Now it's Paris is 25 kilometers. So from 25 kilometers, it will be brought down to see what we see in the orbit. When it's going around, it has got only one velocity. That is along tangential velocity, called along the orbit, or some persons call it a horizontal velocity. There is no vertical velocity, is zero. So it will slight tilt will be given. It will be brought to around 7.4 kilometers height. It will take around 700 seconds, 600, 700 seconds, and this is called in rough braking. After that, it will have attitude hold. That it will be bringing down to around 1 kilometer, 800 meters, then 150, then 100. So after that, for 10 seconds or so, it will be during the hold, and after that, they will calibrate the sensors. Presently, all the sensors which are there, they are self-calibrated. But now it will be calibrated with respect to star sensor and looking at the photographs which have been already put inside it. There is an altimeter, K-band altimeter is there, K-band altimeter, then laser altimeter is there, and other gyros, etc. There is a laser gyro which will be tuned with respect to the, there is a drift, so corrections will be applied using the star sensor. And after that, when it comes to 800 meters, then that whole horizontal velocity, which was starting at 25 kilometers or 6,000 kilometers or so, will be brought down to zero, and only vertical velocity will be there. So there are 4 thrusters which will be fired in the initial stages, and when depending on the situation, when it comes to the completely vertical, they may fire 2 thrusters or 4 thrusters. Then depending on the automatic level, it will decide, and then it will start descending. If they find there is some logics that are there inside, the site has been chosen in such a way that no boulder should be more than 2 meters height, and no crater. Craters are created by, not natural, they are created by the impact of the meteors.
That comes to the next question, sir. I mean, how capable is Vikram lander when it comes to handling rough landing?
Well, presently the plan is to 1.86 meters per second to 2 meters. So it can safely land at that time, and when it touches, the touch sensor will give the signal and thrusters will stop. But the total system has been designed up to 3 meters per second. It's like that throwing somebody from a 10-story to 15-story building. That sort of impact will be there. But the legs have taken care. The touch sensor has taken care. They're up to 3 meters per second. That's quite high. It will withstand. Not only this, suppose there is a slope, because the south pole is boulders, craters. There is a slope up to 10 degree. There also it will be stable and it will remain there. So it has got capability to land that sort of thing. So which is called rough landing.
Also, India, there is so much of excitement all around, mainly because India is looking at becoming one of the first countries to explore the South Pole, and 2, it is also the 4th country in line to explore or master the technology of rough landing or soft landing on the moon's surface. So what are your thoughts on this? How excited or nervous are you?
Well, I'm quite excited because I was involved in ISRO for almost 42 years, and I was involved in Chandrayaan-3. The communication systems which are going here till has got the same legacy and heritage. So I'm quite excited, and I'm quite confident also. See, there are three things. I'm excited being an Indian. I'm quite confident and anxious. Little bit of anxiety being a space technologist, but God willing, I have to believe in the God. We will accept it.
Right. There lies the answer. There is excitement, and at the same time, everybody is so very anxious, and all eyes are on the clock. The clock is ticking. 6:04 today. We will know where we are standing when it comes to Chandrayaan-3.